Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So guys, I'm gonna be giving my thoughts, my comments, i.e. my 2 cents on Buju Banton getting his visa reinstated, and some of the comments I've seen under the Jamaica Gleaner post regarding this that I'd like to just share my thoughts on. So guys, let's get into the video. So, if there's one thing I know, in recent times or nowadays, if there's one thing I know, is that nothing is as it seems. And what is portrayed in terms of a picture is not necessarily the reality. So, I'm sure all of us would realize that nothing is ever what it seems, and there's obviously way more to everything, especially within entertainment, and we've all been witness to some revelations going on in the music space. We've all heard so much rumors. We've also seen strange things, but one of the things I've seen mostly on Facebook under the Jamaica Gleaner posts is a lot of people, since Buju has been granted his US visa, a lot of people been saying, God is good, and that, it's God has given Buju this chance. Obviously, everybody deserves a second chance. But what really drew my attention was the whole extravagant celebration around the fact that a US visa was granted. And it came across as if getting a visa from one of these power nation, as you'd call it, first world country, is one of the best things that was one of the best things that could ever happen to you, and it's one of the biggest blessing. In my opinion, that's how it seems. Like your life is nothing without this. So getting back a visa or being able to travel to the US is one of the most glorious things in the world. However, when you look at it quickly, you wonder who gets granted what based on certain situations, because obviously someone who was which is most of the things that I hear in this space going around, is how is it that there are so many other people who have had convictions and they have not been granted a US visa back, but Buju Banton has been granted a US visa back, which makes a lot of sense because there's so many people waiting for years, because usually it takes like over 10 years before they'll reinstate your visa. So that's just something that really catch my attention. And of course, one of the things that is really highlighted is the fact that Buju took back what he stood for, in terms of music, in the form of an apology. And then you look at other artists who was never back down. At the end of the day, everybody wants to be able to stretch their wings to travel to a first world country. But as somebody who currently lives in a first world country, nothing is what it seems. And what we have in Jamaica is a gold mine. We have been sitting in a gold mine. Unfortunately, we just have people that mismanaged our country, and there's not much opportunity where we run to these so-called first power nations for that said opportunity. But majority of us, 99% of us, will tell you it's not what it seems. However, a lot of people are selling out just to get to these countries, just to reach where they feel like they're of importance. And that is where there's going to be a lot of reckoning for a lot of things that people do just to get to these sort of countries, and not realizing that nothing is worth your soul. So the demonic elements behind a lot of things, especially in entertainment, the demonic elements behind money and what people will do to get it. You know, sell out anything, including their soul, just to get it. Because at the end of the day, if after you've achieved everything in life and you can't look back with pride on it, what's the point of it? What's the point of doing so much? And right now, it's like, these are just discussions, because right now, people are so lost in getting to that level of fame and money that they'll do just about anything to get it. So that's really what I've been seeing in the space. And that's the one that really, that I agree with, that something is clearly behind how Jamaicans reach to a certain level. You know, how Jamaicans reach to a certain level when it comes on to internationally. Not realizing that these things don't necessarily have anything to do with God, but what controls these sort of countries, like what controls, what's at the head of these countries and the industry and everything to do with acquiring worldly power and how much of it you want. And depending on how much of it you want, that's where you'll meet that path where you have to lose your soul in order to reach to or cross to that level. So that's just something that really bugged me. The whole glorification of, oh, this is God, this is God. But looking at other comments where if Buju, do you think maybe if Buju hadn't went back on his moral beliefs, would, you know, the gate have been opened? And does that mean that you have to do it their way in order to reach a certain level? So that's pretty much it. I could have gone deeper, but I choose not to. Because at the end of the day, you have to just, you know, you have to be very careful and, you know, guard your mind. You know, in today's day, you have to guard your mind. And everything that you see or you hear, you should believe. Evil is really out there more than even ever right now. Evil is really out there right now, more than ever. I mean, I have no problem with Buju Banton. You know, Buju Banton is a very, you know, Buju Banton is a talented artist, of course. I grew up on listening to Buju Banton. However, I must say, when he initially came out and then he went through these controversies of speaking down on certain things, I was like, that's really not the approach you want to have. For somebody who has made a so-called mistake, because he said it was a mistake. You have made a mistake, but you come out with this righteousness, like, you know. One of the worst thing in life, you know, is to live contrary to what you say and come out and pretend like, you know, you're living based on what you speak. It's best to know you're living a certain way and say nothing than to be imperfect and then speak down on others' imperfection. That bugged me. And that really, yeah, that one day, you're basically setting yourself up for failure, in my opinion. So as I said, I have no issues with Buju Banton. Just that really kind of changed the way I saw him. I viewed him based on the fact that he, you know, he served his time, came out. Everybody was excited to see Buju Banton. He's doing his thing. However, he started to go on that moral, you know, that high moral compass and looking down on everybody else, looking down on things and speaking down to certain people. And you're like, but, you know, you literally, you went to prison for a certain thing and people forgave you. So that really was what, you know, kind of made me see Buju a different way. But all in all, you know, and everything a God unite or God make happen. There's more behind a lot of things and we need to really wake up. So that's really my thoughts on it, guys. If you've made it this far into the video, you know, that's great. You know, thank you. Do leave a thumbs up, guys, or a comment. Leave a thumbs up and a comment if you so choose. I always love to see the comments. And the comments and the thumbs up, it does help the channel to grow. So it's not just about you just doing it. It's actually good for, you know, it tells YouTube that the audience is interacting with the channel and that they like the content. So please do leave a like. It's free. and leave a comment if you so choose. And just tell me what you think, about this topic. I'm a day or two late and speaking about it. I said I'm still gonna jump on it because, I wanted to do it yesterday, but was battling a cold. Still battling a cold. And this is the thing about these countries, because the weather changed so much, hot to cold, cold to hot, you name it. And this is all around, not just the UK. Contrary to what people believe, understand? Because, UK have this reputation of bad weather. But it's actually everywhere. Trust me. Every single first world country that experience cold weather. It's, my sister tell me all the time. It's just up and down. Except if you live in certain parts of these countries where they don't experience those sort of weather. But yeah, guys, do let me let me know what you think about the topic. If you agree or you don't disagree, that's fine. It's your opinion, But that's it for today. And I will be doing that video, as I said, about the job that I recently acquired, where I was working with those struggling with drug addiction. It's gonna be interesting to do that video. And I'll also try to get an interview in. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, that's gonna be an interesting video, so look out for that. And you do have yourself a wonderful day. Until next time, Godspeed. Big ups. Bye. Bye.